What do you do when you get knocked down? Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, welcome back. SC360 LDG here with you. Listen, today's episode is titled Knocked Down. What do you do when you're knocked down? You know, for me, I know that I've been knocked down many times. And we knocked down right now with COVID-19. A lot of folks struggling with a lot of things. A lot of folks struggling with, financial problems, divorce. Maybe they lost a job. So folks are really struggling. So what do you do when you get knocked down? What do you do? At the end of the day, I always look at things through the lenses or try to look through the lens of the things that I love. And many of you that know me, you know that I love boxing. I enjoy watching boxing. Ever since I was a little boy, I used to watch boxing with my dad. My family members. It was like the greatest thing ever. Until this day, I stay on top of boxing because boxing to me is very much like life, right? We all struggle. We all go through hard times. You get knocked down. You win sometimes. You lose sometimes. So boxing to me is very much like life. And the story that really sticks out, in boxing, this pertaining to this title, what do you do when you get knocked down, is when Tyson fought Buster Douglas. Now, don't get me wrong. Tyson made a tremendous comeback, a life comeback. That's a whole different conversation. That's a whole new episode over there. And we could talk about that. So we could talk about that. But Tyson, when he went into that fight, nobody in their right mind, nobody betted against Tyson when he fought Buster Douglas. Matter of fact, I think he was handpicked. And when Buster Douglas was knocked down in the fight, he got back up. And so I love boxing. I want to share this video with you. I want to give a shout out to Eric Thomas, the motivational speaker that's talking in the video. Shout out to Matias, who follow the YouTubes, both of them. Follow them. This is their video. This is not my content. But I want to share it with you because I think it's important, especially for our young folks and even adults too. But I think it's important that you watch this and you continuously watch these videos. There's a lot of motivational stuff that will keep you going throughout the day if you're struggling. This is some of the things that I do. When I'm having a hard time, I'm having a hard day, I might go to my car and just listen for a couple minutes, some motivational talks, But I want to share this video with you. It's a minute and a half. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I want to be able to share this with you. And let's talk about it.
Every one of your goals down, but I'm going to tell you something. Life's going to hit you in your mouth, and you got to do me a huge favor. Your why has to be greater than that knockdown, and I love it. Buster Douglas got knocked out. Nobody ever got knocked out by Mike Tyson and ever got back up. It was almost a 10 count. He was stumbling. They were 4, 3, 2, 1, and ding, 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 saved by the bell. He goes to his corner. The whole world is like, up, that's it. Once he comes back out, that's it. Mike's going to just hammer him. And exactly that. Mike Tyson came out like, I got him. I got this kid up against the rope. Listen to me, many of you right now, life's got you up against the rope. You can't give up. You can't give in. Listen to me, if it was easy, everybody would do it. And if life's got you backed up, I need you to do what Buster Douglas did. Buster Douglas started fighting back. The world was shocked. Goliath has been knocked down. What happened? And they went to Buster Douglas and they asked Buster Douglas simply like, what happened? And Buster Douglas said, listen to me, it's real simple. Before my mother died, she told the whole world that I was going to beat Mike Tyson. And 2 days before the fight, my mother died. Buster Douglas had a decision to make. When his mother died, he could die with his mother, or he made a decision, I can wake up and I can live for mom. And he knocked Mike Tyson out simply because his why was greater than that punch. His why was greater than defeat. His why was greater than his trial and his tribulation. And I'm telling you, if you don't know what your why is and your why isn't strong, you're going to get knocked out every single day.
So there you got it, folks. That gives me chills, man. That gives me some tremendous chills, for real. I could watch that every day. Every day I could watch that. And it's not to relish what happened to Tyson. Tyson made a tremendous life comeback many times over. This is just to really, touch base on how you get knocked down and what do you do when you get knocked down? Do you stay down? And sometimes you can't get up. You can't get up. So this is just a motivational piece to show you what can be done, what is possible at times. And sometimes you're not going to be able to get back up. But eventually you will. You're not going to stay down. Boxers get knocked out all the time. They get back up and they get moving again. But it's very much like life, Some of the things, like right now with COVID-19, man. COVID-19 is knocking many people down. Restaurants, businesses, students. They're struggling with their education. And what are we gonna do when this is over? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna like just continue, having a victim mentality? Like I say, I want to give you some advice now. Some of the things that I try to stay away from, but we're all guilty of it. We've all had this victim mentality, and we struggle from it. But we got to get away from that. We got to reshape our paradigm. For those of you that don't know what a paradigm is, because, I never really thought about the word paradigm or what it meant. It's your thought process. It's how you see life. And you could reshape how you see life. You could really reshape that. It's like I said in my previous episode. We grow up in humble beginnings and we see ourselves less. So when we get knocked down, we really struggle. We're really struggling. So we got to get away from that victim mindset. 2, we got to stop blaming other people. We got to look in the mirror, man. Look in the mirror and see why you got knocked down. Look in the mirror and challenge yourself to get back up. To really do what you got to do to get back up. Because I think it's important. That folks understand that it's on you. It's on you. I hear motivational speakers talking about it all the time. I hear people talking about it all the time. It's on you. You got to get up. You got to get moving. You got to create that energy. And then that energy comes back to you. And now you got this tremendous energy that you just working with. But if you don't get up and you don't do what you got to do, that energy is not going to come to you. That's not how life works. People that are successful surround themselves with people that are successful. People that are successful just create that energy and they just keep moving. Boom. Get knocked down, get back up. Get knocked down, get back up. Keep going, get stronger. Get stronger. You also have to learn, and this is for our younger folks. I know our older folks know this, and even some younger folks know this. You got to learn to let it go. So whatever loss you're going through, whatever struggle you're going through, whatever, if it's a job that you lost, you got to let it go. If you feel like a failure because in high school you struggled, got to let it go. We live right now. I say this all the time when I go speak, when I used to go speak at the colleges and the schools and organizations. And I got this from other speakers. We only live right now. We don't live in the past and we don't live in the future. We live right now. It's like when I was in high school. I failed twice in my education. I remember being in 9th grade thinking, this is done. I'm done. I'm just going to go get a job. I remember being there. All my friends are now in 10th grade. I really don't want to be there now. And I remember thinking to myself, man, I'm not going to make it through this. You know, I'm having a difficult time. I remember walking in and walking to that homeroom class, and everybody in there trying to, see each other's classes. I'm just trying to get to this homeroom class because all my friends are gone. Like, all my friends moved on. And I remember I sat all the way in the back, man. I sat all the way in the back. And instead of feeling that excitement for it being the first day of school, it was like the ultimate struggle, the ultimate letdown. Here we go again. And I was looking at that door. And everything was telling me, just go. When that bell rings, just go. Don't come back. Of course, I didn't. I didn't go. I sat in the back and I said to myself the words that I'll never forget my entire life. That was my moment. That's why I tell young folks all the time, I hope that you have your moment when you're in middle school or high school. Because if you get to your adulthood, and you could still have your moment in adulthood, you could have it right now. You could have it in this episode. You could watch this episode. This could be your moment when everything changes. But at the end of the day, that was my moment. I needed that moment. I needed to feel that empty. I needed to feel that knockdown. And I said the words I'll never forget my entire life. This will never happen again. I will never feel this empty. I will never feel like a failure like this again. I will never feel like I'm a nobody. And of course, I was a kid. So it was like magnified. I look back now, I'm like, man, that's that's the struggle you had. We got real world struggles right now. So, at the end of the day, this could be your moment. This could be the moment where everything changes for you. That's why I want to do these podcasts, because I want to share this information with you. I want to share my experiences with you and some of the experiences I've seen from other people, man. I think it's important. I think in life, we struggle. We do what we can when we can, and that's okay. Do what you can when you can. So when you knock down, just do what you can when you can, man. This is what I'm saying. And when you knock down, it's okay to feel that pain. That pain is okay, because you're gonna learn from that pain. It's like when your parents, when I say my parents were old school, so they laid the smack down. So I've seen the chancletas, I've seen the slippers, the belts, but it was discipline. I felt that pain, and I didn't want to feel it again. So I got on the straight and narrow, like they say, got on the straight and narrow. But that pain is okay when you knock down. Embrace that pain. Understand that pain, feel that pain, and then get back up and know that you don't want to feel that pain. That pain should motivate you not to do everything you got to do not to get knocked down again. Another thing, it's okay to cry. It's okay to be there in your sadness. You're going to have those moments. You just got to let that happen. You can't hold it in. You just got to let it happen. Well, we've all been there. I've been there, and I'm preaching to the choir. But there's going to be some young folks that hear this. There's going to be some young folks who are going to listen to this today. Share this with your teenagers. Let them know what it is to struggle. That we know what it is to struggle. And I'm going to give you some advice. When you get knocked down, laugh about it. It's unconventional. It's like when you fall down and you get hurt and you start laughing. You're like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we could sit there in our sorrow. We could be angry, or we could laugh about it and be like, let's go. We're going to move on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. There's one thing that I used to talk to the kids about all the time when I went to do my speaking engagements. And I used to tell them, every night before I went to bed, for 5 minutes a day, I would envision where I wanted to be. I pictured myself where I wanted to be. So that graduation, I put myself in the gown. I remember I used to picture my mom in the living room. We used to have box cameras. Those of you that are a little bit older, like me, you used to have those box cameras. You had to like, you know, do the little click, 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 and then take the picture, right? Then you take it to CVS, drop it off. They probably still have them out there. I used to picture my mom taking pictures of me with her big smile, me in the blue gown at Allen, and picture myself in that moment. That kept me focused. I wanted to give her that moment. I wanted her to see her son graduate. I wanted her to see that her son was going to become somebody. That's how you got to do it. You got to reshape this paradigm. It's extremely, extremely important to do that. To stop everything you're doing for 5 minutes a day, put yourself where you want to be. So if you want to go to college, put yourself in that college. Because if anything, it will keep you focused towards that goal. But if you don't have anything in your mind, you're not thinking. That's when you make more mistakes. That's when you lose focus. So I challenge each and every one of you watching this today. I challenge you to, by all means, when you get knocked down, do what Buster Douglas did. Even if you don't win the fight, you need to get up. You need to get up. Even Tyson got up from that knockdown. Both of those men got up. So I challenge you, get up, keep fighting. And at the end of the day, we can talk about it. We can learn from it. We can work together. We can share our experiences. We can get stronger. We could become more successful. And that's what it's about. And that's what life is about. And when it's all said and done, and you live to your late 70s, the average person lives to their late 70s, you lived a good life of struggles, of success, of winning, of losing, of sharing, of compassion and helping people. And that's what it's about. This episode is brought to you by Freshest Earth. My buddy Zach. This is my buddy Zach right here. You can find him on Facebook. He's got a website, Freshest Earth. Ordered a shirt from him this past week. I don't know if you're going to get yours as fast as mine, but I got mine in a day, less than a day. They use priority mail, US priority mail. So in the package, I got a pair of cool pair of shades. It says Freshest Earth right there. And it says Make Hate Fade. Of course, we could wear these in the summer. So I appreciate that. This is the shirt right here. As you can see, it's pretty dope. Got a lot of positive sayings on there. And I want to give a shout out to him, man. I've seen his work the last couple years. While there was a lot of negativity going on, my man started his business, entrepreneur business, selling clothing, his clothing line, Freshest Earth. And let me tell you, man, I love the t-shirts when it's positive. You know, it's a wonderful thing to see. So shout out to Zach. Find him on Facebook. Find his website, Freshest Earth. We're going to put the link right here. Appreciate your support.